right off the back. Hey man, we live, fellas.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Yo,
What's going on,
hey
Eli?
man, what's up, man? What's up, man? How y'all doing this morning, man? I said this morning,
Good,
this
good.
evening. I ain't used to doing this at this late at night, man. I ain't used to us having a pod, but so much happening in this free agency, bro. We got to talk about it.
And
We
let's
got
get
to talk
to it.
about some of it. Hey, how y'all want to start? I think you want to start with the Bucks. How y'all feel about Dame getting traded or getting let go, getting waived essentially from the Bucks?
Uh,
How y'all feel about Dame getting waived, man?
y'all, who y'all want me to say something first? 'Cause I talk to this my
Oh,
boy.
you know I will. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Red. How you feel about it, bro?
since it's my boy, I feel like it was the best thing for him per se. Like, cause I don't think they was going to ever get out of that situation, but like through trade and trying to get enough for him. So I think it was the best thing for him.
Yeah. I seen somebody say in one of my little group chats I'm in that they should have traded Dame. Dame's 35 with a torn Achilles, man.
Hey,
He
but
not
he
gonna
got 10, but he
go
got
ahead.
12 teams. He got 12 teams that want him though. Even with that,
Is he a starting point guard still though?
I mean, legacy they gonna make him one.
Got
I
to.
think they gonna make him
Thanks
one
for Lil.
regardless. Yeah, I think they'll
I
make him
mean,
one.
I feel like from what he's shown, you can't say he's not a starting court. I mean, a starting point guard. Even the injury. You see how KD came back from injury, even though KD took a lot of time.
Took
So
a
I feel
year.
like, yeah. So I feel like we probably can't compare it the same way, but I feel like maybe that first year him coming back, he may not be the same Dame, but I feel like eventually he'll kind of get sparks. But I feel like they're not gonna throw him to the bench though.
He
I could.
taking a. I heard he taking a year off anyway, even before he signed. They say he ain't even signed it yet. He gonna take the full year, and
That'd be
then
that'd be a smart thing to do.
yeah,
Like he's not gonna sign to no teams?
he not gonna sign a no team. He said he gonna like
They
teams are
said he
trying to lock
healthy.
him in now. They're trying to lock him in now, so they know. But he gonna try to wait it out. From what I heard, I was looking at some stuff earlier. He gonna try
I
to
Since he
wait
think
it
that'd
already
be
out
getting
until
paid,
he
backfire.
healthy.
since he already
Go
getting paid
ahead.
right now, it kind of makes sense.
He still get paid
Okay.
though. So he
Yeah,
ain't really
No,
tripping on the bread.
I'm not talking about from a money perspective. I'm talking about from a team perspective, bro. A lot can change in a year. A lot can
That's true.
change.
That's
People
true.
yeah.
people get better. People, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like players get real good in a year's time. And
But
you being 30, we got to get. I feel like I always say this. 35 is old in the NBA. Okay,
that's
I
true.
know we LeBron and Kobe. Listen, you coming back at 37 years old thinking we finna get 27 point per game Dame. I can't lie. I'm not confident that you just gonna come back out there doing that. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Is he
Nah.
a starting point guard? I'm not saying is he a starting
Yeah.
point guard today. I'm talking about 2 years from now, essentially, right? I'm
I'm
talking
with
about
you though. I'm
yeah,
with you, but I think just the way the power of social media work right now.
yeah.
Even if he take this year off, right? And he just
Mhm.
post a bunch of videos in the gym and shooting, and he looks strong and look healthier, like how we always do. How they be glazing people when they come back during the summer. He'll
Facts.
be all right. All he gotta do is go to like one little camp with somebody and show out or hit a couple
You
threes,
know
and
what?
his highlights
I
in
got
there.
the fact that you threw in the workouts. Listen, Ben Simmons got like 5 years off of workout videos. Ben Simmons got an additional five. Ben Simmons should have been out the league 8 years ago. But what Ted? What you feel, man? How you feel about the Bucks, man?
Uh,
I mean, for that initial trade, excuse me, the cut, it didn't shock me. But if you look at it like in the bigger picture, they weren't gonna win, no matter who they were probably gonna bring in, because Giannis was already talking about leaving. So he essentially got out scotch free, and then like Zell and Red said, he getting a paycheck, so he can actually sit on 20 million, rehab the way he's supposed to, have no expectations, be able to just do what he needs to do, kind of like KD, don't rush like Kobe did, like Ray was saying last pod. And like y'all was saying, bro, he's older. So I can't deny the fact that he put up 26 points this season, and it was
Yeah.
in a losing effort. But my thing is this: if you take that year off and then you go into somewhere where you feel like it's a little bit seamless, or somebody that needs a scoring point guard or two guard or whatever they want to make him at that point in his career, that's going to be tough for him to get in game shape, especially if that Achilles never heals the way he's supposed to. Because you can rehab all you want to in regard to timetable, but your body is going to tell everything. And then even beforehand, like he has to go into a situation where he's not chasing the money. He has to go into a championship caliber team and try to be able to, be the second, third fiddle and be okay with that and help a team. He gotta know how to play that role, in my opinion. But that
Mhm.
that might be tough for somebody like him because he's been a killer all his life. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad. I was thinking about. Hold on, I forget we be streaming live now. We got comments over here. Are the Lakers better than the Nuggets? We gonna get there. But
No, we
just
gonna
to
get
answer
there.
your question, real quick, just to answer his question, are the Lakers better than the Nuggets? Rapid fire, just yes or no.
No,
Nah, yeah, nah.
Uh-uh.
The Nuggets did
LeBron.
a thing this year,
I
The
nah.
think,
Nuggets look like the
yeah,
And
best
I'm a
team
Laker,
I'm
and
right
I'm a
say
now,
them
Laker,
bro.
too.
and I'm a Laker fan, but nah.
We
Even
gonna
with DeAndre
revisit it though.
Ayton,
We'll
Like
revisit it. We'll go
like
back
you're
in
not gonna
detail,
tell
legend.
me, oh
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
we got DeAndre Ayton, and I think that is automatically gonna turn the actual franchise around based off what I seen last year. Because at the end of the day, the
Yeah.
way you just said, Dame is 35 and he's gonna come back for an opportunity to play at 37.
Mm-hmm.
Ron is about to
Hey,
be 40
I got
years
a
old.
I
Go
got a
ahead,
question
Rich.
for all y'all though. Do y'all think? Because I heard he say about the Dame. He said go to a situation to win. What if he go back to Portland though? Because I know Portland want him, and I was thinking
Well,
this
if
because
you
I was
go
saying,
Portland, then you do the retirement tour.
hold on. This is what I was
Yeah.
saying though. This is what I was getting to. I don't think I think LeBron might have changed the narrative about championships. Like he got enough influence to be like. I think that statement he made about people not chasing championships and just playing to play.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think a lot of players are finna lean into that because it ain't that many champions, bro.
Mm. Mm. I,
I, I,
I'm not mad at him not being the champion. I was thinking more
That's what I'm saying.
so, like, what if Dame comes back, can he play a Chris Paul type of role? And I don't think he's a good enough passer to be how like see Chris Paul has extended his career because Chris Paul age like 40. He's like 40 now, right? He's
He
39,
close to
40.
he close to 40,
hopefully,
yeah.
if
yeah.
if Dame isn't scoring at least 20 a game, I don't think him coming back as value as far as just like making a team better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like having that veteran point guard in the locker room is kind of useless for Dame, in my opinion, because I haven't seen him make somebody better. Am I wrong in saying that? I mean, what players
I
can we
mean,
say Dame made? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Zil.
I don't
no,
know,
I mean,
cuz.
seeing him going to the Bucks and seeing how him playing being that second person, he wasn't really the best. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't really help that team. I feel like, so I feel
Yeah.
like he kind of have to be that best player in order for him to affect the team. So I feel like him coming back, he's not gonna really have a big impact unless he's able to like change. But I don't
Yeah.
know how. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing how he's playing and stuff, I don't really know how he can like change his role unless he just becomes like a Magic Johnson passer and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
That's a
but
fact.
so I guess my
Go ahead.
question though, this is my question to y'all though, because I know I see everybody be saying like they don't know if he can play second fiddle. Y'all do remember him and CJ was like the highest scoring backcourt for a minute, right?
yeah.
I think it's a
Mhm.
different type of play when you playing with somebody like CJ that know how to dribble and get off the ball and that can also create shots for you. With Giannis, I said this all the time. Giannis play five positions, bro. It's kind of hard for you to be anything but a knockdown shooter if you play with Giannis.
Dame
I mean,
done.
you ain't.
They saying Dame done in the comments, man. I'm listening to you, Red. I'm just reading the comments, man.
Oh
Khalil
no, I'm
said
done.
Dame done. I don't.
But I
I
mean,
just, I just,
oh,
I
go
don't see the perfect situation for Dame right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to see him come back, maybe see it for watch him for half a season, and then see where he could go, like based off of that. Because right now, the Dame that I know today, I don't see how he comes back in 2 years and do that. My bad, Ted, but you was about to say something. All right, go ahead.
no, because I'm just adding on to what y'all talk about. So like, even when he was in college, bro, he was the number one pick and roll point guard, right? And it was to get
Okay.
his shot off, right? But
Mhm.
but my thing is this: if you like, for me to believe that Dame can transition from a pick and roll scorer to a pick and roll facilitator, I find that hard to believe because I think that he
Okay.
can. Because when you are a mastermind with the pick and roll, which is kind of I feel like it's slowly becoming a lost art because everybody's switching everything, so they kind of try to negate that. But like with him, he could still run that at a high level because it doesn't matter where he's averaging 27 or 26 or whatever that you're asking for. People
Mhm.
still respect him to have to blitz him up a little high when he hit wherever he takes that pick and roll. They
He
gotta they
still can
gotta
shoot.
at least
Right. He can still shoot
you're
really well.
you're not playing drop coverage comfortably against Dame. And then if
Right.
they do shoot the open three, if they don't, then he has to learn those passing lanes for whoever the big man is or whoever the primary scorer that's not him. And I think that he could do that seamlessly because he was such a good pick and roll point guard. He just was never challenged or even had to actually be a facilitator because he was such a scorer.
Right.
And just like with Red saying, you're not gonna be 9, 8 assist type guy when most of CJ's prime buckets was all ISO work.
True.
Like
True.
like
Do you-
the CJ that we seen in New Orleans, where he was putting up all those shots and he was shooting at a high value
Mhm.
off the catch and shoot. This is the older CJ, but when he was younger, man, everybody knew. hey, get out the way. It's ISO work. So that's what I'm saying. So Dame has never been in a situation where he had to kind of compliment somebody else's game. He let everybody do their thing, but at the end of the day, he's getting his shots up. So
But I seen
now,
the front runners too, though, right?
well,
But I
what?
seen
Who is red?
the front runners that want him.
Who?
I
You
seen
got
the
you
Warriors
got
and the
you
Heat.
got
Who
you
you
got the
see?
Warriors, you got the Warriors, the Heat, you got the Lakers, and I think you got in Portland. Those are the teams that want him. But I'm just saying, but for what y'all said, he doesn't have to be the front scorer for either of those teams if he go to.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
I don't know how I'm gonna even remotely try to think about Dame and Steph on the same team. That's gonna look crazy to me.
It got to be a
Well,
backup
Like a
well,
because
hold on,
yeah. Go ahead,
hold
Red.
on. I
Go
was
ahead,
gonna
Red.
say, well, wouldn't it be the same as because they shooters? It would kind
Okay.
of be the same. It would kind of be
I'm
it's
thinking more
pick
the
and roll.
defense.
I'm
I
just
know
saying
you
it's
don't
pick and
like
roll.
talking about defense, Red, but Red and Dame on
That's
I'm
what
gonna
we
say
get to.
Red. Steph and
'Cause-
Dame on defense. Whew,
well, no,
sheesh.
with the Lakers
Barbecue
though. I
chicken.
mean, the Lakers. I'm not listening about the Lakers. I ain't the Lakers. That's out the picture. But you say the Warriors though. How you doing? Is catching and shooting and playing off pick and rolls. It's the same offense he played in Portland.
Do you
Nah,
want to buy into that? Because it's not just always just catch and shoot. You got to move around.
ran
Them
off
wings be
screens.
moving their ass off. Brandon Podge be moving nonstop because he got to. You can't just stay in one spot and then Steph running around the whole court. You got to move with him. You know what I
Who
mean?
then Buddy Hill started
Hey,
this year?
He's moving
but he
around.
did. He
I
He's,
got
did.
mo-
you,
he's
Red.
moving around.
But Red, but
I'm
Buddy
not
Hill
I'm
also
just
disagreeing.
saying, Buddy
6'5".
was struggling.
But he's
Buddy
also
was
6'5".
struggling this year early because he was not moving around. And then
I'm not
once he
disagreeing.
started, once he
I
started
think
moving
he's
around
gonna
in
go
that
later.
system, like he started figuring it out. And then he had that one hell of a game in the against the Rockets. But what I'm saying is like you can always like the idea of like, oh, Warriors is 3-point shooter, catch and shoot. Like it's not like that, bro. Like Steph
I
requires
just
a lot with his system.
and this
Khalil
lit
said he
this,
need to go back to Portland and get that
man.
farewell
Tell
tour, man. Go on back to
tell Lil
Portland.
tell Lil to shut the hell up. He had me believing in the Lakers this year, and we ain't win shit. Listen to
He
Lil.
didn't even
I ain't
believe.
listening to
Hey,
Lil. Yeah, we ain't win
hey,
shit.
I
I ain't
wanted to.
listening to
Hey, I wanted to
Lil.
fact check though, y'all. They said Dame may come back after the All Star break next season.
he
So
he
he may
can.
come back.
No,
Yeah, he
that's
He
can.
can.
But
So
He
why
can.
would you do that though?
yeah,
Well, you said
I mean
I,
like
he
I
upcoming
can't get signed,
season.
but if he's not signed to nobody, he can't come back no way, right? If
but
he's not signed,
he get
you know what I
signed
mean?
long as he signed around long as he signed before the
The
deadline, if
trade
I'm not
deadline.
mistaken.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but
How
but
do
So
we?
but
you
like
telling me if he gets signed somewhere, you don't think that somebody has to pick up that dead money?
no, they got to pay. He gonna
no.
get paid, but I'm saying he doesn't.
He's
I
getting
don't
paid
know.
from Milwaukee.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
get paid from
but I'm
Milwaukee.
saying though, but if he gets signed to somebody,
I think
does
that.
Milwaukee like
Nah,
give the
Milwaukee still got
contract
to pay.
away?
No,
Huh?
Milwaukee
Oh,
still
it's
got to
all.
pay.
They
Okay.
still got to
Yeah,
pay.
that's like
Okay,
Aiton.
okay,
Aiton's getting paid from the
Oh,
Lakers and the Blazers.
okay.
Okay. Well, if that's the case,
okay.
then
That's
I
cool. I
then
didn't know
then
that.
I see that it could
Hey,
work. But even then, bro, I don't,
but
bro.
I feel like
Just
Melo
rehab.
though. I feel like Melo. These teams don't show you no
I was
loyalty,
going.
man. These teams
You
don't
know
show
what?
you no
That's
loyalty.
old
Fuck
too,
coming back,
bro.
man. If you hurt,
Now I like that
get
point, Red.
healthy.
We'll get to that point because I want to talk about that, Red. But I was gonna say, what if Dame? What if he signed with the Pacers? He come play with the Pacers.
Why would he go to the
You
ops?
got two niggas with
Why
Achilles
Miles Turner
injuries.
go to the ops? We gonna get into
He
all that.
trolling, man.
They
He
all.
trolling. Come on, man. That
What
Well,
don't make
what
you
you
sense.
know what I'm
what you
saying?
think, Mitch? What you
Pacers,
think, Mitch?
hey,
I want to hear Mitch, man. Mitch got a good
I had
basketball.
I
I
had
want
a
to hear
I
Mitch.
had a segment for this a little later, but since we here,
Okay.
Pacers is done, man. They rebuilding.
Oh my jeez.
That team,
Just off Miles Turner to leaving?
yeah.
Oh my jeez.
Hey, that
Oh,
boy
Hey,
Lil
Miles
said.
man.
Turner.
That boy
It
Lil
that's
Miles
said.
Turner.
it's not a wild take though. It's
I'm
not a
just saying,
wild.
bro. Why would you do that?
You know what? I would say, Mitch. You know what? I kind of agree. The reason I'll finish your thought, Mitch. My bad. Finish.
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
saying because they get rid of Miles Turner, which even though he's not, he's very valuable on that team. The
Okay.
backups. So you're gonna go with Tony Bradley and what's the old dude from
Ob
Thomas
Thompson.
Bryant.
no
Thomas
yeah,
Bryant.
Thomas
Thomas,
Bryant. Now
Thomas
granted,
Bryant.
he a
they both
bucket.
they both can do what Miles Turner
Don't
does
call him a
too.
bucket. Don't ever do that.
Offensively.
The way he was shooting
No,
this
No,
playoffs.
No,
Thomas
I'm talking
Bryant.
He
about
was
EJ.
acting,
He's
No,
slick comment.
he's right.
Nah,
Thomas Bryant,
he a
he can
bucket though,
stretch the
Ted.
floor, hit a
he
three,
was acting different in this playoff, bro.
but it's not.
What
It's,
he said, he was
I don't
acting
think it's
different.
gonna. I think a
He's
Pacers
just
are
shooting threes. Trust me.
and they didn't get nobody to replace him.
But I
Like
don't get that though, bro. Like, cause I get it that he was looking for the money that Nas was trying to get, or that Nas already got. But like, these dudes was the pieces and focal points of your offense and hypothetically speaking, defense to get you to the finals, and then you underachieve. That's why I said, bro, your window is so small nowadays. Because it's like if you don't get it done within like 2 or 3 years of like us as the media or even fans, like, oh, they're on the radar, they're on the come up, whatever. And if you don't do it and you underachieve, bro, nobody cares about second place no more. You are out of there.
So you said you don't agree with Miles Turner leaving? I want to make sure before I say what I'm finna say.
Nah, he's saying the organization.
Or the
I don't
organization.
know why the organization like
Didn't
so
pay him the bread.
somebody like that like y'all were saying though. So it's Thomas Bryant and the other dude, Bradley, right?
Right, yeah.
The gap between them two and him, even though Miles Turner isn't like a top fiver to me, like it's still a significant amount where it's like let's try to work something out. We may not give you Nas money, but hey, we'll give you another 3, 4, 5 million. Is this all
And
right?
we
Can you?
just got to the finals with
But
you. So
I think his time just ran out, bro. He was there his whole career, and you got to think
That's
too.
another reason why to keep him.
Yeah, I get that point, but like we just said, there ain't no loyalty in the NBA though, Mitch.
there
So
you
what I was
go. Go
saying
back to
was,
that, Rick.
so what I was saying was, there ain't
Perfect
no loyalty
example.
in the NBA.
Perfect
And
example.
if you looking at business, if I can get Thomas Bryant for way less than you, I'm gonna pay way less. This is business at the end of the day. So we get your ass out of here. Somebody gonna give you your money because you did get them to the finals. But we got these two young boys that we can keep around these other young guys and put them in place. Now we might not be champions, but
Yeah,
hold up, look, Ted. I don't think they're thinking about being contenders because you got to think they got an excuse this year. They best player hurt. They're gonna limp through the year with an excuse.
Mitch,
So
you agree with that?
you
The
could
best player,
still
right?
you could
Tyrese
still
Halliburton, right?
sign
No,
Miles
no.
you could still sign Miles Turner to an extension and still have a rebuilding year because if they were going to extend him for 5 or 4 or whatever their initial contract negotiation was, I
it's
don't
5 or
care
4.
about this year. All due respect, I'll hoop and I'll get my numbers and do what I need to do to meet that quota. But even though I know that Halliburton is rehabbing and he's sitting the whole year, that's even more opportunity for me to show y'all that I'm worth it.
What he just signed for? He signed for 100, right?
Yeah,
107.
So
Seven.
so
I think
it
4
so it
years,
is so
107, something like that.
so is it like roughly almost like 30 million a year, something like that there? Just
Yeah,
off the top
like
of my
in
head.
that
29.
neighborhood, in that
But
neighborhood.
Rick.
why would I give you 26 to 30 million a year when I can pay Thomas Bryant 10 to 12 to do the same shit you do? Because like y'all said, he underachieves in the playoffs. You didn't make shots, you really didn't rebound, and you really didn't
Yeah,
block
but you got
shots.
I would
Julius
say
So
this,
Randle,
Rick.
though.
Miles Turner
Yeah, you
is a
can.
top 5 shot blocker in the
I'm
NBA.
with you. I'm
Yeah.
with y'all.
He's
Listen,
a top 5 shot
He's a
blocker.
Texas boy. Come on.
listen. I 100% agree with y'all. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying if we looking at business, he older. Like y'all said, every team trying to get younger, bro.
Yeah.
Like he older, bro. Every team trying to get younger. So
I wanted y'all to talk about the loyalty part. Zell, how did you? So now with Dame getting cut, the Pacers not paying Miles Turner. How do you feel about like loyalty in the league now? Like, is it? You know what I mean? Like are we past
I
that
feel like
team for 10 years type of thing? Go ahead, Zell.
yeah, I feel like with that, with how teams treat players, and then how teams put their bodies on their line, like on the line, and how let's say Isaiah Thomas, how he played in that game after his sister died. They did what he did. He had even after they had a hip injury, he was still playing through, and they still did what they did. So I feel like now players are about to stop putting so much for the teams. Like if they're hurt, they're just gonna sit out. You're not gonna be trying to play extra hard unless it's the finals and stuff like that. You're trying to win a ring, but I feel like a lot of players aren't going to be showing that loyalty to the teams like they have in the past because it's not paying out for them.
and they kill
At least that's what we're seeing
MB
right now.
and they kill MB for that exact thing. Like he sits down so he doesn't get injuries. We kill him for that shit.
Yeah.
We kill him for that. But at the end of the day, I get it because I
Kawhi,
want to be able to walk.
players.
I want to be able to walk at the end of my career.
You right, Red. Once I'm finished with this, I still gotta live. Once I retire at 35, God willing, I got a lot of life to live. I want to be able to live.
But that's the point that I'm saying, bro. Like
Wait,
what I'm
Good.
like, because I done seen both ends of like the loyalty being very short and then also the loyalty being in an abundance because
you down this
all right,
house?
well no,
Facts.
just
yes,
talking
Yeah, he
about
lost.
yes
loyalty.
because
Yeah,
of the
he lost.
franchise, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is I'm talking about the caliber of player, right? I done seen Braun get up out of there, gone, I'm out. Gone. I'm out. I do what I need to do. I'm gone. Then I seen Steph stay the whole time, difficult times, and also dynasty eras. Then I see somebody that may not have been up to their caliber, but like somebody like Devin Booker. Devin Booker stayed down. Like he done been to the finals and then also had the worst record at one point ever. You get what I'm saying? So like somebody like that, like there may be a false entitlement for all the above average good like 6 7 8 like rating players that they feel like, hey, look, I'm not a superstar but I done got y'all a lot of wins, I done broke a lot of records individually, blah blah blah. But also, like I said, this business is business, bro. I done seen Luca get the fuck up out of there. So if Luca get the fuck up out of there, then I don't think nobody's safe.
That was another
Except Joker.
loyalty point.
Except
That was
Joker.
another loyalty point.
But do
Once
y'all
you trade Luka,
Joker's the only
that
one I feel
loyalty
like
shit
is
should have left
untouchable.
then.
But do y'all think
And
teams do that shit? Do y'all think
what you
teams
mean?
do that shit because players since Bron, we used Bron. He was the first person to kind of take his career into his own hand. He let motherfuckers
Okay.
know I'm not playing where you want to play at. I'm not settling for this. I'm not settling for that for the most part. So do you think this is team's way of being like, hey, we can't limit your money, but we can get your ass up out of here. I think it's like that. I think the league just can't bat in the players because it's a players' league at this point. I think they just can't bat in a sense. I don't agree with it, but
So you think that they're trying to grab the control back to the franchises and the GMs?
yeah, in a sense, I think they trying
Yeah,
to
I
in a
agree with
sense.
you.
Yeah.
Cause they're gonna show you like, hey, look, bro, if you don't want us to chip, why do you care
Yeah,
so
but
much
you
about
know what?
staying
I
here?
disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree with that, guys, because even prior to this, we saw plenty of times where players were getting traded while they were sitting on the bench. We seen players get traded while they walking into the facility. Like we've seen players be treated like, hey man, sorry, man, it's just business
But there was
for a
mid-level
long
players
time.
though, E.
But that go back to what I'm saying. Those
I
are
said,
5, 6, 7.
yeah, them mid-level players. Like we ain't never seen superstars get traded at this rate like this
We ain't
without
never
knowing.
seen Luka. No, we ain't
Yeah,
never
yeah, we
seen
ain't
a
never
guy
seen
like Luka
Like
down
superstars.
Luca
there.
is the first of
Yes,
that caliber of
yes,
player. And then the players that were on his level or maybe like a notch under, there was always negotiations to say, hey, I'm gonna sit out if y'all don't negotiate this contract for me. And then it's like, okay, cool, let's get him out of here. Like Kyrie, he bullied himself out of some teams. You get what I'm saying? But he was that good where he had a lot of leverage in regards to before injury and things like that when he was younger.
James Harden
But
did
also
too,
like
man.
there's some
I said
players
James Harden, yeah.
there's some players that have been prisoners to their franchise. Look at Zion. Zion voiced his opinion that he wants to get up out of there, and they're like, "Nah, you fat. We can't trade you for nobody." And in reality, they made him sit like, bro. When they asked him last season. They said, "Hey, what's up with you? You know, why are you not playing back to back home games or road games?" And they're like, "Ask them. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm available." So this is him saying, "Yo, I'm available, and I'm putting up 26 and 10 easy."
Well, I
And
need Trae Young to do it. I need Trae
Same
Young to get
same
on
thing
up
with
out of
Kawhi
there.
too. Kawhi too. Kawhi do that too.
Why?
They sit him a lot. You know what I'm saying? They fuck your career up by a lot of this management shit. But I get it, bro. The loyalty sucks in
Yep.
the league.
the
It
loyalty
does.
do
It
suck.
does.
Yeah.
Hey y'all. So talk to me, Zil. Talk to me about your Pistons, man. How you liking them so far in the free agency, man? Well, these moves y'all done made. What y'all got going? Hold on,
I feel like
we got somebody in the comments there before you go. Lakers are easily the best team in the West now. Who's stopping Luka, Brown, Reeves, and Ayton? All right, Carter.
man, no.
All right, Carter Bragg.
What?
Who is that?
What?
I don't
We
know.
ain't
He's on
even-
YouTube.
We,
I
we
don't
ain't
know.
even
Reason
got
I
no,
want to see.
Hey, Carter, appreciate the comment, man. But you out your goddamn mind. What would you
we ain't
say?
even got no
Hey,
we ain't got no bench, man.
I almost
Like
thought this was a
we
real Carter Bryant that played for the Spurs. I'm like, hold on now, man. This ain't the one that
Oh
just got
yeah,
drafted, is
Carter
it?
Bryant, that's a fact. Oh my goodness. Hey, we gonna get there because we got a lot to talk about. But Zell, go ahead, man. How you feeling about the Pistons, man? What y'all done did this free agency, bro?
I feel like the
hey,
Pistons
Mitch funny as hell.
they trusting
Oh,
their people now. I feel like that's what the Pistons doing. They not aggressive in free agents. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad people they picking, but Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson, they you know what I'm saying, that's good additions, but I just feel like they're not really being aggressive. Like they can get better. They can get better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Is
y'all need to
Duncan
shoot
Robinson
this.
better than Tim Hardaway Jr.?
He a better, he a better
I
shooter.
mean,
He's a better shooter.
He better shoot. He better shoot.
no, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Hell yeah, he a better shooter. Y'all smoke.
Duncan Robinson is a better shooter.
Y'all was telling me in the
Duncan
playoffs
Robinson
that
better
Tim
shooter.
Hardaway Jr. was nutting up.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about Ted. You think he not a better
No,
shooter than Tim?
okay, yeah.
Bro, oh my god. So yeah, the shooting, yes, he is a better shooter, but he is such a cone
That's
that
it.
he don't get
Yeah,
no
that's it.
minutes. So
That's
what
it.
I'm saying is
That's it.
the direction that you guys want the Pistons to go in playing scrappy defense. All of them are two-way players for the most part, and they hold their own. And then you bring Duncan in there, like that's
Yeah,
like
he don't play no defense.
But
he
I'm
don't
gonna
play
take.
no defense,
Tim
bro.
Hardaway don't play defense either.
Like,
But I'm gonna take. But I was gonna say Tim don't either. But I'm gonna take him over
but Tim's a
Tim.
better defender than Duncan.
But Duncan ain't gonna shoot no bullshit. Tim Hardaway gonna shoot 5 or 6 bullshit shots to take you out the game.
But the
I
reason why he
wanted
doesn't
to.
shoot no
I
bullshit is
ain't gonna say that.
because Duncan Robinson gets 3 fouls in 10 minutes,
True.
and it get about it. Go take a seat, brother.
I got a
Bro,
Like,
name for y'all.
Tim
huh?
Hardaway shot selection
Go ahead,
terrible
Rick.
though, y'all.
he
I'm
he
just
is
saying.
he is he
His
he is
IQ
a he is a
his
he is
IQ
a clown when it comes to shot selection.
IQ is
So,
horrible. I hate
but
Hey, okay.
but like,
Kelly
why?
said Pistons should have kept Dennis. They let go of
it.
Dennis.
They want
How
to
you
pay
feel
him.
about that, Zell?
The first person they paid was Paul Reed. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Paul
Like,
Reed.
why is
Because
Paul
I ain't
Reed?
gonna lie, he played his ass off in that Knicks
No,
series.
no. He's
Play
still,
his
but
ass
he's
off.
still the third. He's still the third string. He's still the third string center though. Like he did play good, but why was that the first?
Shit.
What did they keep
Yeah, like
Nas
why
Reed
was
or
that
something?
the first person we signed? That didn't
That's
make
crazy.
sense to me.
You know who I thought y'all was gonna try to go
Like,
get, Dozell? I thought y'all was gonna try to go get Jonathan Kuminga.
They
Y'all
should have.
can't
I
like
Yeah,
Kuminga.
didn't think about Jonathan. I thought about marketing in Utah.
I thought y'all was gonna get Austin Reeves.
Or Austin Reeves. That's another good.
I ain't trying to be funny neither.
I think Austin Reeves,
No.
but Jaden Ivey's supposed to come back, right? They both
Yeah,
played.
he coming
They
back.
both played.
They
So you
play
rolling
the same.
so you rolling the dice with that injury?
I think
What
what
he
was
hurt?
his injury? What was Ivey's
Yeah,
injury?
I was playing good.
Huh?
It
What
was
was his
like an
injury,
ankle
though?
injury or something like that.
ankle injury? What was? You know what it was?
Was it a sprain or ACL or what? Zell, you know?
It was something crazy because
No,
he got carded. He got carded off,
no,
right?
because they said like after 4 weeks he was being monitored. Like he was walking probably like after a month or something like that. But I
They
think
just
he
let him
just
sit
wanted
out.
his arrest.
I don't
So
know.
I'm
They
saying-
said it was.
It-
They said
It was a broken fibula in his left leg. Broken.
okay.
Fibula.
So his whole
Yeah, that's
shin
like-
bone is shattered.
Like a broken
That's
leg.
that.
Hey,
Ain't
no,
that
no,
what
hey.
happened to the boy from Louisville, Mitch? What was that? What was
Yeah.
that?
You
Kevin.
talking about where? Talking about
Kevin Ware.
Where?
Kevin.
Yeah, but his shit came out of.
But his shit came out of his skin.
Yeah.
I say, but you'd
Yeah,
rather a bone break than a ligament though. So with him having a bone break, he gonna come back healthy. If he had a ligament, if it was a ligament, it'd be different. But the fact that it's a full break, he good, and he gonna come back bouncy because with that break, he been working out. He gonna be even bouncy. I keep him on the bro.
How tall is he,
But
y'all? Is he 6'4"? How tall is?
yeah, and then
6'4"?
but the thing about it is like getting back to game speed, right? So everybody will the people that actually follow him. At one point, I literally called EJ a couple of years ago when he was in college, and I said, bro, this dude is probably the fastest dude I've seen since Russell Westbrook. Like with the ball, I was like, bro, this dude is OD at Purdue. And then I was like, I don't know how his game is gonna translate. Like, because like John Wall used to say he used to play with pace after he figured out that he was just faster than everybody, but he couldn't do 100 miles per hour all game. I want to know like how much athleticism is he going to lose? You saying that he's going to come back more bouncy? I'm thinking that he might lose a step in regards to just pushing the rock, but I might be wrong though, because like
Nah, cuz with a break it ain't
Yeah.
with a break it's just you broke it. It just got to reheal. Once it reheal, you pretty much the same. I done broke bones and foot and everything.
I was just about to
But
say
I'm
that
saying
too.
though, but
It's less of a mental thing too with the
but,
broken
Yeah.
was
bone.
was it a clean snap or did it? You know what I'm saying? The irregular one
didn't
where it's
say.
like staggered
Yeah,
or whatever the case may be. That's what
like
I'm
a
saying.
fracture or something.
Because you're saying that it was a clean snap. I'm thinking it's just a fraction. It was all over the place, like broken in different places. Because then
I
you
mean,
got to put a.
They didn't go in the
ain't going
details
deep.
on here.
But they got
I
an
think
NBA
it's
train.
it's probably
They
like
got
a
NBA trainers, cuz he probably
Will-
got his blood spent and everything, so he probably be
We'll
back.
see.
Yeah.
But if he does come back healthy, he a problem for
Who would
real.
y'all rather go there? Let me ask y'all this about the Pistons. Hold on. The recovery time for a broken fibula is 4 to 6 months, is what it says.
Oh,
But
yeah, he good.
and he's
He
been
said
out.
that
He's been
before.
out for at least that, I think. At
Yeah,
least that.
he got hurt January 1st.
Yeah, he
Okay,
good.
yeah. So it's been that long. But who would y'all rather have on the Pistons? Austin Reeves or Jonathan Kuminga? Who would be the better fit?
Mm.
Who you think, Zell?
I feel like you gotta give me Reeves. I feel like we need
Reeves?
we need a 6-man. Like with Beasley leaving, I don't know if Karis LeVert can be that consistent 6-man how Malik Beasley was. Even though you know what I'm saying, when he get a chance, he can kind of do it. But
I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie.
You
I'm
gonna
not a fan.
you gonna sit
gonna sit him
Reeves
to the
though?
bench?
Reeves just
Yeah.
averaged like
He goes to the bench?
24 points. Yeah, I'm with Mitch. You gonna sit him on the bench? He just averaged like 24.
Yeah, that's
No, he
sad.
said
nah, we talking
He's-
about.
he said
He
he
said a
need a
6-man.
consistent 6-man. He didn't say he gonna put him on the bench. He just said he rather have a
Because if
6-man.
anything,
Right?
we can put Jaden Ivey on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Since he
Okay,
comes back from
okay,
injury.
okay. I just thought you was talking about putting Reeves on the bench. I was like, oh shit.
And
Nah,
Cade is still 6'6", so you still got some size.
I'm saying,
Cade.
but is it easy for like Gazelle? Like, is it easy for you to be like, all right, let's say Jaden Ivey comes back 100% who he was before he got hurt, and I understand that Reeves had a breakthrough season as the third option, and also he also was a first option and second option throughout the season, depending on however you wanted to look at it. Do you don't think that they actually even compete for minutes and playing time?
Him and Austin
I
Reeves.
mean,
Jaden
like-
Ivey healthy and Austin Reeves now. I think that Austin Reeves is the better player right now for sure. But what I'm saying is, if Jaden Ivey comes back to the caliber that I watched him, I don't think that is as far as we are saying it.
yeah.
I ain't saying that, but you gotta look at
I
the
feel like with the
contracts.
potential, I feel like with the potential, they can almost be like the same player, but it's like from what we've seen, we know Austin Reeves what he can do, but you know what I'm saying with Jaden Ivey coming back from an injury, so we not 100%
I think you
sure.
can run all three of them. I think you
But
can
you
run all
gotta,
three
but
of them.
all y'all
Yeah,
gotta do is
but-
look at it like this though. Whatever
Yeah,
y'all
keep
gonna
it
pay,
too.
whatever you gonna pay Austin Reeves to come, if he make more than what's his name, Jaden Ivey, he's going to play.
Jaden Ivey not even under contract. I don't think, Red.
What that's my point of what I'm saying. So whoever
Oh,
makes
okay,
the
Yeah,
most
he
okay.
just
money,
talking about from the money. Yeah, he just.
who-
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Oh,
You
whoever
spend
makes
his
the
bread,
most
your ass
money,
getting
they
out
can
here.
play.
Yeah. You spend his bread, your ass getting out there on that court. That's a
Yeah.
fact. I just like Kuminga more so from the defensive aspect of playing the teams like the Cavs and the Celtics. You got a tall wing defender that can guard the Jason Tatums and help you with Donovan Mitchell and things like that. So I was thinking more so from a defensive aspect and as opposed to a bucket. I think Austin Reeves is a better bucket than all three.
I think we need to let go of Tobias Harris. Like try to trade him.
I forgot about Tobias.
Nobody want that contract, man.
He got that big. Yeah, he got paid like a fucking superstar. Everybody
compare
wants
these
it.
contracts. Somebody gonna take it.
Hey, question
that's
though,
true.
who y'all for, man? Who y'all for?
Tobias.
And who the three?
Sorry.
Malik Beasley was. Oh, no,
Nah,
I thought it was
The
Malik
twin.
Beasley.
So
Twin.
I mean, so I
Yeah.
could see Kuminga and whatchamacallit doing the even swap. I think it would be a better lob. It would be a better lob threat, like off the pick and roll.
Mhm.
It'd probably be a better lob threat for him.
Kuminga for Tobias.
Yeah, but the
And
thing
then-
is though, Kuminga can't shoot the midi like Tobias though.
Yeah. We have to
Tobias
build
is
a game.
Paul George, brother.
I was about to say this, y'all, to what y'all saying. I don't think I think teams are moving away from that small ball, running a 4, running a Kuminga, running a Tatum at the 4. The reason I say that, moving to the Nuggets, man, they just picked up Valanciunas. They just picked up, they actually got a backup big man now that's, hey, we can run. I don't know what they look like running Joker at the 4, but if we run them at the 4, I don't know. I don't know what it looked
It's
like
gonna be
with him.
nasty.
And
I ain't gonna front. Who the hell gonna get a board on them?
I don't know. Now
I thought
Valanciunas is a
Cam
little
Thomas.
older.
Huh?
Go ahead, Zell.
I thought it was Cam. They just
Cam
traded
who?
Cam
him.
Thomas,
Like
he's
6'6"?
6'7".
Cam
6'6",
Johnson?
yeah, something like. Let me see. I will verify that.
Johnson.
Cam Johnson, he
Cam
like
Johnson, I
6'6".
know what you meant.
You talking about from North Carolina, right?
Yeah,
From North
him,
Carolina.
light skinned dude.
He like
Cam
6'7",
Johnson,
6'8". He like
6'8".
6'7", 6'7", 6'8", if I ain't mistaken.
6'8". He tall.
So
Yeah, I
he's
would say
6'8".
six,
He is
six,
6'8", and he's a way better defender than Porter.
And he can shoot the ball. He can
Yes.
shoot the hell out that ball too.
Hell yeah,
Listen,
he can.
listen.
Hell
So
yeah,
let's talk about that, y'all. I was going. Somebody kept telling me that Cam Johnson for Michael Porter Jr. was an even swap. You pretty
crazy.
much trade for the.
You
I was
crazy.
like, I don't know. I don't know how. Maybe the points are the same,
You
but
crazy.
to me, Cam Johnson is a better scorer. He has way better shot selection.
And a better
Yeah,
defender.
defender. And I think he's just a better. He can actually. He's a better just ISO scorer. Like you can actually throw him the ball and he's gonna move and do.
The only thing Porter did better was rebound, and even then, that was so inconsistent.
Oh my god! You know this is what I wrote down in my notes. Michael Porter Jr. is the dark skinned version of Cam Johnson. He is the Black Air Force One's version because the way he fucking played basketball, I have never seen a motherfucker catch the ball. Well, actually, I have. You know who I'm thinking about? He played like DeWan. He a pump fake. If I ain't open, pass me the ball back, motherfucker. Pass it to you, run back, throw it to me again, and I'm a pump fake, try to shoot that bitch again. He is constantly trying to shoot. He the dark skinned version of Cam Johnson.
But
That's who he
the
is.
part I didn't get, he was doing all this shooting and he had a bad shoulder. Like you like why are you
He
still
didn't give a
shooting?
fuck.
Like
He don't give a fuck. You talking
he
about
just kept
unconscious?
touching it. He just
He
kept.
is an unconscious motherfucker.
Bro,
He
that
don't give a damn.
motherfucker never shot a shot he didn't think that was gonna go in.
What's
Oh,
crazy though, y'all?
damn.
Even though he shot some bullshit, that was his role on the team.
Yeah, you can't blame him.
That's because they allowed that shit, Red.
That's what I'm saying.
What you
That's
say,
his
Mitch?
role
What you say,
though.
Mitch?
I said you can't get mad at him for having a hurt shoulder and shooting. They put him out on the
Hey.
court. What else?
Hey,
You
hey,
want
I
him to
looked
play
up his
defense?
percentages, fellas.
Yeah.
39 from the
Don't
3.
shoot.
Hey, 39% from the 3, 58 from the floor. He shot pretty good.
39 is
That's
not bad.
not that's not terrible.
He
That's
shot
not
pretty
terrible.
good.
And
That's
y'all
not
know they was looking at him to be that deal before the injury. He was
You right.
supposed to be him.
You right.
He was
He
supposed to be
was.
that guy. Like
was.
Joker wasn't even supposed to be that guy. He was supposed to be him.
Yeah. I think. How do y'all? Let me ask y'all this about the Nuggets. How do y'all feel about the Nuggets as far as seeding wise? Do y'all think who's the best? Are they better than the Rockets? Are the Nuggets better than the Rockets right
I
now?
might put him one for real.
You have
I
to.
put him at
might
number
do.
1 too. I was gonna say I got him at number
Number
1.
Or the Thunder? Let's talk about it. Should the Thunder be scared right now? Are the Thunder
Yeah.
scared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we worried?
Yeah. for
Ain't no, ain't
sure.
no,
Yeah.
ain't no running that bitch back. E. They
Ain't no
cancel,
running it back.
they cancel Christmas, dog. Ain't no running that bitch back. They cancel
Because
Ain't
Christmas.
no.
I ain't gonna lie.
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie. Denver got back everything that they lost during their post championship run. They got the defender back in Bruce Brown. They got a two-way player in Cam Johnson. They got the backup center that you're talking about. They
the
still got
Julius.
Jamal Murray. Now it just and then they got Aaron Gordon returning for
What about Tim
again.
Hardaway?
Huh?
And they got Tim
And they
Hardaway.
picked up Tim Hardaway Jr.
And they just took them to 7, right? Then they just take OKC to 7.
They took OKC to
And they
7.
and they got Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
He's a bucket off the bench.
Hey, what? Hey, Julian Strother be hooping too.
But
Christian
that's what I'm
Brown
saying. They
still
got
over
the
there.
depth. They got the depth to play. Hey,
They
I
low
ain't gonna,
key loaded.
bro.
They
They
I'm
probably
telling
low
got
you.
key
Number
they
one.
got
loaded.
they got the best bench team in the league right now.
Hey,
For
also
sure.
let's just say it. You got the number one player in the league, the top 2 player in Joker,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Facts.
yeah. Top
You
two,
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
forget that.
I
You
ain't gonna
can't
lie.
forget that.
I
yeah.
ain't gonna
You
lie.
can say that.
I ain't gonna
It's
lie.
ugly, dog.
I ain't gonna
I
lie.
ain't giving
Joker
it to you.
might.
Know why I ain't giving it to him, Ted? I ain't giving
What?
it to him because
What?
they copied the Thunder whole style, man. How y'all gonna
No,
jack
no,
the
no, no,
style?
no, 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 no,
They gonna
no, no,
try
no,
to get
no,
2
no,
bigs in the bench,
no,
man. They
no,
copied the
no.
whole
I'm
style,
not
He
letting you do
man.
that.
trolling. He
They
trolling.
copied the whole style. I ain't jacking. I
I'm
ain't
not
Troller
letting
jacking.
you do
today,
that
guys.
shit.
Troller today. Just let it
The
just
Thunder,
let it
the
fly.
Thunder,
I
the
ain't
Thunder,
jacking.
the Thunder copied their style from their first championship run.
They ain't had to. Oh, they did have 2 bigs
They
then.
had
Was
two,
DeAndre
dog.
Jordan? Was DeAndre Jordan
Uh,
big back then? I think it
who was
was.
big?
DeAndre
Yeah,
Jordan, Aaron
yeah.
Gordon, Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Aaron Gordon was enough back then. I mean,
And
shit. He
and
was
they and
almost
they,
enough this season, for
and
real.
even then, they had the best. They had the best second team in the league.
Yeah,
They just
that's
went and
true.
got they went and got their same type team back.
Bro, they got Bruce Brown. He is seamless into back into that system. Like
He,
the
yeah,
defense that you are asking for Porter to play. Now you got Brown and Cam Johnson. That is a super upgrade for your starter and your bench player, depending on whatever how they're gonna split minutes or whatever the
that's a
case may
fact.
be. So
That's a
now
No,
fact.
it's like, bruh,
yeah,
and they all can shoot. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody that you brought here can shoot the three better than Michael Porter, and then they all can defend better than Michael Porter. So why? How did you even get an even kill for that trade? Now the Nets are
Yeah,
man.
poverty. They've been poverty.
Go
they been
ahead and put the
poverty.
statue up, man. Go
Big
I
ahead and
tell
put
problem.
the
you,
Joker statue up, man.
speaking of the Nets, Red, Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. go fight for the season over. I put
Boy,
down on my notes. I got one altercation, at least one happening between Cam Thomas and Michael Porter Jr. Something gonna happen.
give me Cam for the win. I got Cam for the
I ain't
win.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna
I got
lie.
Cam for the
Can
win.
better recognize what Porter did to Aaron Gordon face. I ain't gonna front.
Oh,
I forgot he spoke on
wait.
Aaron
Oh,
Gordon.
Hey,
that's
I ain't
right.
gonna
I
lie.
forgot
I
Porter
forgot
You,
he
got
spoke on
I
Aaron
ain't
hands.
gonna
I
lie.
forgot about that.
He got
Allegedly.
hands. He got
Allegedly.
hands.
I
They
forgot he
can't
Allegedly.
got
shoot, but they
hands.
can
Allegedly.
punch.
I forgot
Hey
he got
dog, I
hands. I
got
completely forgot about that.
give me Cam. He went to LSU
Mm.
and he a dog. Hey,
Hey,
just
I'm
give
right
me
with
Cam.
Cam, man. I saw him the other day,
No
man. He
Cam.
got a little weight on him, man. I don't know if Michael Porter got
Yeah, Cam
Hey,
got
a
hey
crash
look,
out.
little too
and
skinny.
Cam
Michael
real
Look
crash
at
out.
Ted. Look at Ted. Hey, I know he loves
Hey
hate.
look,
I'm
and Michael
saying
Porter
though, y'all
and
think
Michael
he?
Porter stole Gordon. He stole on Gordon. Gordon wasn't expecting to fight, man.
Listen,
He
listen. You
stole
don't
him,
get
dog.
stole that many times,
I'm
goddamn. That
talking
nigga
about
had
two
a
light
knot
skinned
right
niggas
here,
on
a
the
Hey,
knot
team,
right
man. Come
here.
on now.
hey,
Hey, that mug 6'10", bro.
Hey,
He
from St.
got
Louis
the reach.
too. Hey,
he from
Who from
St.
St.
Louis?
Louis, Nick?
St. Louis.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
I
Oh, well,
knew
he
it.
might have them hands. Hey, but look, I'm over here talking about somebody getting stolen. I'm the king of stealing on niggas.
King is stealing. Mr. Stealing
I'm the king
fast.
of stealing.
Stealing fast. That's
I'm
him.
on. You know why I'm hating Cam Johnson from VA.
He from my
I should be
head.
on his side.
That's a fact. That's funny. That's fun.
That's
Hey,
true.
look. Here's another team. Another team that got crazy for me, bro. The Rockets, dog.
Yeah, I like that.
My
I
biggest
like
my
that.
biggest criticism of the Rockets was I wanted y'all to get a backup center, and they go get Clint Capella. I said,
That ain't
God
bad
damn.
though. That ain't bad though.
No, I love that. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah, that
said,
ain't bad.
God damn, y'all went and got Clint Capella.
And still
Cause
got
y'all,
Adams.
cause who
Y'all
the
went
point
and
guard
got
for
Clint.
who the point guard for the Rockets
Oh,
again?
let's speak about that then. Let's talk about KD hating on his teammates already. What's up with that?
Hey yo,
Because
Man,
you know
he
everybody.
wasn't
yo,
hating. He
did y'all
wasn't
watch
hating.
that video I sent you,
He
Red?
wasn't hating.
I
He
missed
wasn't
it. I
hating.
didn't see it. I didn't see it. I
Yo,
missed it.
I was dying for like 20 minutes. So basically, they were like,
Yeah.
so you know, they were talking about running all their offensive threats through the number one option, right? And then KD was like, yeah, he was like, man, at the end of the day, they're telling me that I need to shoot more threes. I don't need to shoot more threes because I'm going to that mid range. They're all gonna triple team, double team me. I'm gonna kick it out to you. But with all due respect, Why would you wait till 3, 4, 5 seconds on the clock? Look over, pass it to Dorian Finney-Smith with no disrespect. I'm not doing that because before I pass it to him, I'm gonna take the shot. And then now they teammates. That shit funny as
He
hell.
said, bro, and you know how I know it was a shot, Zale? When he said it, LeBron did this. Hey, look
But
this
but
way.
but
That's how
so
I
my
know
que-
it was a shot.
but
LeBron
look
said,
but
look
my
that
question
way.
is
Because
my
he's
question
on
is
Brian's team at the time when he's saying, he
but
said, "Yeah, I
but
know."
where's the lie, guys? Where's the
Where's the
lie?
lie?
Hey,
I'm not
listen.
passing that motherfucker neither. Only
Hey,
nigga that passed
listen.
to was Luka.
I don't
Why
really
KD ain't
watch
shoot that bitch?
podcasts like that, bro. But Bron with KD is much watched TV, bro. That shit, they be talking that shit up there.
Oh yeah,
What you think, Mitch?
absolutely.
You gonna pass the
I'm
motherfucker to
actually
Finney Smith?
the crazy thing is I'm actually surprised because I didn't think KD, you know, KD be trolling. Normally he like shows love, and this one like you expect that out of Kobe. That's some
Yeah,
Kobe shit right there. I
yeah.
didn't think KD would do that. Like
But
no,
Hey,
they
I
weren't
think KD
teammates,
would
right?
talk like LeBron. LeBron would
they
say nothing like
teammates
that.
now. That's what make
But
it funny
Man,
as fuck.
man,
but they
it
weren't
wasn't.
but they
I
weren't
don't think
teammates
it
at the
was this.
moment though,
I don't
right?
feel like it was
No,
this.
Clean
no,
it
no,
up,
no.
Zell. Clean it up. Zell,
Nah, I'm saying
clean
I
it
feel
up.
like he was just making a point. I mean, like a role player. Like let's just say a role player of his caliber.
Come
Like
on, Val.
you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? You see
fuck it,
somebody,
Zell.
Name
you see
somebody
somebody
smart.
over there, you ain't going to pass the ball to him.
He could have said anybody name. Look, Zell, that interview dropped at like 10:05. Dorian Finney-Smith got traded at 10:30. That shit
Hey,
came
Yeah,
cuz.
out.
yeah,
It was
I don't
like
think
20-30 minutes
I
apart.
don't think he knew. I don't think he knew he was coming. I think he was more so trying to get Bron to understand what he was saying, though. Like,
Bron knew though. Bron knew
yeah,
that he
it's
was
like,
going over
Bron knew
there.
exactly
That's
what
what
he
I'm
was
saying.
Bron knew
Like
he was going over there.
he
That's why
brought
the
up a
timestamps
teammate.
were so
He
Oh,
brought up a
similar.
Bron already
teammate.
knew. That's facts.
Bron,
Bron know his
hey,
shit.
so
hey
so
man,
red. Remember when Bron was backpedaling early in the season? Said I ain't even know 80 got traded. I was at dinner and I had wine and
he knew,
everything. And 80 like, bro, you knew,
You
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 knew.
knew.
knew,
You know.
He got the first
Hey,
you knew.
call.
hey, but hold on. Here's the other part. They didn't peep this. KD also did Fred Van Vliet. He said,
When
"Hey man,"
The small
he
guard.
said, I don't think a 6'2" and under
Oh, I
point
see
guard are a
that.
premium in the league anymore."
he didn't say
He said
Fred
it.
name,
That
dog.
That's
He
not
nah
didn't
what
say
nah.
He
Fred
said
name.
Fred, but Fred's
He said
6 foot.
he said Darius
no, no,
Garland
no,
though.
no.
He
He
said Darius
see
He said
Garland.
he
No,
reaching. He
that's
He
reaching.
what
be
he
reaching. He
said.
be reaching,
Hey,
Mitch.
hey,
No,
but
he
EJ,
EJ,
He
he
said,
EJ.
he
literally
said
said
that.
Darius.
but
They
he
talking about
name
Darius
dropped.
Garland.
He name dropped on that segment.
But Fred is the shortest. Like he like the shortest player on the team. If I'm not
He
mistaken,
is, but he
like
wasn't.
Yeah.
everybody is like 6'5"
Don't get
and
mad
up,
at me. He the
6'4"
one
and
said
up.
it.
Nah.
KD said it. I ain't say
But
it.
But
you
he
gotta
ain't say
watch the
Fred
whole
name.
He
you gotta
said
watch the
Darius
whole
Garland's name.
you
But they
gotta
said
watch the whole
Darius
clip though.
Garland.
Yeah, said Darius
What he
Garland.
say then, Red? Somebody tell me what he said. Go ahead.
You
He pretty much saying that if you 6'2" or under, you're not a premium because you gotta do exceptional. You gotta be exceptional. So he's pretty much saying like you
And
gotta have
what should a
like
6'2" and under point guard be doing in KD's words? Coming off the bench.
no.
no,
I
this
mean
is what he
no.
said, bro.
I'm finna
That's
get
what
to
he
you.
said. That's what
No,
No,
he
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 said
did not.
said.
Red, go ahead.
hold up. But he said exceptional. So if you talking about if we talking about Fred VanVleet, what he does exceptional is he can shoot the ball and he plays defense.
Yeah.
So he was talking about Darius Garland in particular because he scores, but he's a liability on defense. So he was saying if you're gonna be 6'2" or under, you got to be a dog on the other end of the
You
floor.
If
funny,
if
dog.
Fred Van Vliet if
Fred
the
play
shit
D
ain't
though.
going
E.
well in Houston and Fred get traded, mark the day. June,
You're
what
not
day is July
they're not gonna
2nd?
trade. They're not
They
gonna
They
trade
ain't
just
Fred.
they
trade.
just
The
they
contract too
just did
big.
his contract. They just split his
Con-
What that
contract.
mean? What
Contract
that
too
mean? We
big.
got
E.
Kevin Durant. Kevin
Ain't
Durant is up
nobody
here. Hey man, we need
ain't
him out of
nobody.
here.
But
What you mean? That's
but
still Kevin Durant.
you
We
gotta
can't
take
win with
that
him, coach.
contract.
Come on. I don't
No,
care.
they,
Somebody take it.
hey,
Hey,
Kevin
you know
Bro,
what they
Durant
just
told
do
him
to
he
nobody
Dame?
is
didn't.
taking
No,
$50 million with Fred Van
That's
Fleet.
fine. You know what they just did to Dame? See you later,
He
buddy.
was
Let me
That
tell
he
you
was
was
what they say.
21 million.
that would have never hurt. That would have never happened if he wasn't hurt though. That would have never
You
happened if
wave
he
him
was
out of
hurt.
here.
And then,
I'm
bro,
just saying.
listen, you knew
Hey
that
Mitch, get
KD
that nigga
said,
Mitch, man.
you
KD
told.
Get that
said,
nigga Mitch.
if you're not Davion Mitchell on
That's
the
good
Defense.
defensive
too.
end, or
That's my
you're
favorite
not
too.
a offensive savant like Kyrie, I just don't see
Fred fit the
you.
bill. Does Fred not fit that bill? Am I
No.
what am I saying
Fred
that y'all are not saying? What am I
Fred
we saying the
go
same
look
thing.
go look
I
Fred
agree.
numbers. Go hold on, no,
They
go
ain't
look
gonna be the
Fred
first one to trade. They need to trade somebody.
go look Fred numbers up.
I'm
He
gonna go
shoot
look him up.
exceptional
I
from
got you right now.
he shoot exceptional from three and he lock up. He play defense, bro.
He
He
do.
been doing that since college, bro. He play defense.
Listen,
Like
He,
Davion Mitchell defense is a
I
little
ain't,
different, but he
I
play
ain't
yeah,
mad
defense.
it's
at
way
you. I ain't
different.
mad
Way
at you.
different.
Is it
And
Mitch? Go ahead, Mitch.
technically, it's
What's up?
not a shot because what he's saying. Well, I guess it could be a shot because it could be true and be a shot. But it's factual because the guards nowadays is 6'5". They tall.
It's a fact.
So
That
he's
nigga,
saying the
you see
short ones ain't.
34.5% from three, y'all.
you
34.5.
see you see Rand down there, EJ. You see Rand
What he
coming.
say?
He
Red,
said you
because
here.
he know I'm telling the truth.
Nah, nigga, you
I
trolling,
just want
nigga.
y'all to mark it down. When KD, if the shit ain't going well, and they say, "Hey, Fred, it's your fault," you know where it came from. I'm just saying.
Bro, they can hide it. They can hide him with that lineup.
But you
They
ain't gotta
definitely
hide
can
him
hide
though.
him. Let's
He
be clear.
actually played defense though. He played D.
He
He
does.
Like,
do, he do
no.
play defense, but I'm saying though, like if somebody gets to torching his ass, you could hide him.
But he was saying so like in that comment, he was saying like they pick on Darius Garland, bro. Like so they said to pick up way high, so you have no choice but to guard.
And that shit funny.
Niggas ain't picking on Fred like that, bro.
I can't lie, Red. We didn't get to see him in that next round. Had we got to see him in that next round play against who was that they were supposed to play against? Who did the Warriors play next? Was it the Timberwolves?
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Was it Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Conley wouldn't have done shit.
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
I think Anthony Edwards would have had his ass up there. Hey, let me get him up here.
Who?
Anthony Edwards. The point
Anthony
KD
Edwards.
was making was that this is a pick on league. If Anthony Edwards would have got a hold of Fred VanVleet, this conversation would be different.
And
Listen,
if Houston would have got to the next round, the Men Thompson would have had him in 23-1.
And I was gonna say that. That's a difference. That's a difference though. Because like when you got somebody like a Man Thompson, he gonna fight over screens. He's
fighting over every single screen like Lou Dort.
That's his job. So it's like so he ain't Lou Dort. Yeah, that's his job.
No, I absolutely agree. I think this Rockets team. First off, let's get back to get back to the get back.
Okay. He said you're a great troll, man. You get pretty good at trolling.
Listen, I'm not trolling. I'm just saying what he said and putting it in the action. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, this was me, y'all. I said, well, who is 6 feet and under or 6'2" and under?
Hey, yeah. Before we move on, can we just all agree? Can we all just agree that EJ secretly hate KD, bro? He everything. See, that nigga secretly hate KD, bro. Everything.
He just like trolling.
Go ahead, Mitch. Talk to me, Mitch.
So, because I don't like.
I ain't taking this slander. I'm about to boot his ass out, trying to slander me.
Because I don't like this player for real, but I know you do. You got a lot of hope for him. So, was he dissing Reed Shepard too?
Fuck Reed Shepard. None minutes.
All right, I was making sure.
He was dissing all of them. He was dissing all of them.
He dissing all little people.
No. Hey, look.
All of them. Tyus Jones too, Ted. He was dissing Tyus Jones from out there, goddamn in the sun. He was dissing his ass too. It was all of them.
You gotta be trolling, because he made his point. You gotta be able to play defense. Everybody that Mitch just named play defense.
He can't play defense. KD don't play defense. What that mean?
But he's 16, 6'11".
KD's 6'10".
Don't play defense. So
Hey, funny shit though. He said, what's the white boy name from Miami?
Tyler Hero.
He said that about Tyler Hero, and Tyler Hero said, well, shit, you don't play defense. What the hell we talking about?
You don't play defense. What the fuck we talking about?
He did say that. He did say that.
Like, okay, I didn't even see that. See, I ain't hating. I'm just saying I speak for the people.
But
he was hating.
He called Hero out though. He called Hero out a couple years ago. That's why Hero said it back. He called him out a couple years ago. Yeah.
So Hero shouldn't say shit after a man put him in the dirt.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How y'all? Let me ask y'all this though. Let's get into this. Is who's better, the Rockets or the Nuggets?
I got the Nuggets, bro. I got the Nuggets.
Who you taking?
The Nuggets the best team.
I got the Nuggets the best team in the league. I ain't gonna lie. They're the best team.
Championship pedigree, dog.
The Rockets not winning.
You got Mitch?
I'll take the Nuggets just on experience.
Okay. I like that matchup, man.
Who you rolling with?
Nice
who you rolling with?
Me?
Yeah, who you rolling with?
Well, you can't call me a KD hater and then ask who I'm going with. You know I ain't picking KD. You got to know that. You got to know I'm not picking the team. Hey, let me ask y'all this. If KD them don't win the finals this year, what does that does for KD legacy?
Nothing.
He got 10 shit.
Oh my God.
And I'm
trolling.
They're not winning over there.
He's already established.
He got a championship. He don't got to win no more.
No, don't say a championship. Multiple.
He got 2. He got to win no more.
To win no more just pissed me off. What do you mean he don't got to win no more?
Hold on. Ain't you the same dude that was on here with the LeBron comment about the winning shit? You the same dude. You agreed with it.
I don't like. No, I said I disagree. Winning matters. I disagree. I don't like that championship worthy shit.
So
what that means.
So let me ask you a question. So is LeBron? He ain't won a year, so that shit diminished for his.
When I tell you last spot, get his ass out of the league.
Okay.
Retire.
Long as you
retire, niggas. Listen, I'm easy with mine. Why y'all thinking I know? I call shit out. Get his ass out of the league.
So what about
we ain't gonna go that far. We ain't gotta go that far. But I feel like
James Harden. What about James Harden or
Harden's still conducive. I think Harden is still producing.
I'm just asking. I'm asking because they super.
No. Stop.
What?
James Harden is. What'd you say he's doing?
He said he's producing. That's what he said.
Let's argue because I'm ready. I already know what you're about to say.
LeBron's not producing.
That 24, that shit ain't nothing, man.
God,
That shit ain't
yeah,
that shit ain't
that's
doing nothing.
wild.
That
Hey,
shit ain't doing nothing, man.
hey,
That shit ain't doing nothing.
hey,
I'm a
hey,
LeBron
Mitch,
fan, fellas.
Mitch, he just said
But
he'll swing on
James
the nigga if he
Harden,
said his
listen to me.
LeBron if
Listen
his
to me,
24
y'all.
is terrible.
Hear me out, Red. James
I'm listening.
Harden carried the fucking Clippers for 60-some games. The only reason the fucking Clippers even made the playoffs was because of James Harden. LeBron
Well,
James, that man,
Respect.
I think he's hindering them from growing. I think he's hindering the Lakers from growing. They got to move past them. And you know why I know it's true? The
I
owner never
agree.
said that.
I
The
agree.
owner
I
told
agree.
me. The owner
I
said, "Hey,
agree.
we done listening to LeBron James. He is no longer consulting. We're done. Hey, LeBron, you need to go ahead and do your thing." That's why they talking about trading his ass to Dallas.
but hasn't
I
he
ain't,
had? But hasn't
go ahead.
LeBron carried every team since he came in
He
the
has.
league?
He absolutely has.
And he's
Absolutely.
been to the playoffs what damn near what
All
almost
his life.
every year.
Damn near
So
all
it's
his
like
life. Yeah.
so how can we
All his life.
say what he doing is like empty buckets for effect, but James Harden's ain't.
I didn't
At
say
least
it was empty. I didn't say it was empty. I said he need to get his ass out of here.
you
I'm
want him to
tired of that
retire.
old shit. I'm not with that old shit, y'all. Chris
You talking
Paul
about
need to
empty
retire.
buckets?
Listen,
Nah,
I didn't
because
say it was empty.
no,
I did
Nah,
not say
saying
it.
I'm
Please
talking about
listen. I
Red.
didn't say it
Red
was
no,
saying
empty.
that Harden shit is empty.
I'm only
Buckets.
saying as far as wins. I'm saying wins. I ain't talking about the scoring. I'm just talking about the wins in general, like championship caliber. Because he was talking about
Oh.
he said it matters. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't actually talking
We
about his
can't. What I'm
numbers.
saying is, Red, we can no longer build teams around LeBron to win championships. If the goal is to make the playoffs, LeBron gonna make the
Yo,
playoffs. You feel me?
He,
He can't.
Is he?
If
Is
you
he?
try
I
to
done
win
seen
a
him miss it.
championship,
I done
he
seen
just
him
won.
miss
it
it.
against.
He just won one in 2020.
That
Hey,
was
what you
that was
what you
5 years ago.
what you be saying, Red? That's a long ass fucking time ago.
So
It
listen,
was.
question.
hey,
No,
Anthony Davis on that team too.
it was. But my
Who was
question
it?
is, Anthony. You said Anthony
And I
Davis.
say
That's true.
Anthony Davis on that team.
But my question is, all the guys that we praising right now, they was in that same window and they ain't won shit.
Who we
Like the top,
praising?
Who,
We ain't
who
I'm
praising
you
just,
talking?
nobody.
Put a name on it.
You talking about
the top,
KD?
I got yeah.
the top 10 guys ain't won shit outside of Shea.
Well,
Who?
my favorite player is SGA, so I don't know.
Hey,
So go ahead,
so
Mitch.
Boy, hey,
Steph gotta go.
this nigga hell, bro.
My favorite player is SGA and Ace Bailey, and he just got to the league, so I don't know.
Hey, Mitch, you missed that? You missed that part? They said he was washed. They said Steph was washed, Mitch.
What'd you say, Mitch? Go ahead, Mitch.
So either Steph got retired too.
You know what? You know what I hate about Red? Hold on, no, Mitch. I want to address something that he just said. We said Steph was washed 80 pods ago. This was
Don't matter.
this
It
was
don't matter.
literally like last
It's
October,
it's
bro.
documented,
This was
dog.
last
It's
October.
documented.
This nigga's like, they said he was washed. Nigga,
It's,
that
do-
Hey,
was
Red was like
last
this.
year.
He said,
it's
"I got the
documented.
foul,
He
dog."
got the foul.
It's documented.
Foul.
Hey, Mitch,
was-
cause these niggas walking
September.
contradictions, Mitch. They'll be like, hey, they'll get on this motherfucker today and be like, Mitch, the greatest podcast ever. Then what's tomorrow? Friday? That nigga Mitch ain't shit, man. Hey, that's what they
Goddamn
do,
right.
dog. That's what they
It
do.
depends on the day. I be hating, Red. Some days I be feeling like telling the truth. Some days I feel like hating. I don't know. I be mixing it up. I
Uh,
don't know.
I
But
mean, bro, this league right now, bro, it changed so much, man. It's what have you done for me today? What have you done for me
That's
lately?
true.
that's true.
That's true.
Now with Steph
hey,
Curry though, Mitch,
Because I ain't gonna
almost
lie,
took a dab at you too,
the
Ted.
same sentence that I said that he was washed on that pod 80 pods ago, y'all waited another 50 pods for that 50-point game.
he didn't. That was after the All-Star break, Ted.
I don't give a
Literally
fuck. I
after
don't
the
give a fuck.
All-Star break.
And then and then
I don't give a
and
fuck.
then and you and another person was talking about, oh, look at Steph. I said, bro, that
Hey,
was 50 games
hey,
after
Mitch.
that.
Hey, Mitch, they told me, I asked them in the beginning, I said, we arguing facts or feelings. I said, how we want to do this? They said, argue however you can to win. So that's what I'm doing. I learned from y'all
Hey,
That's
niggas,
it.
you
man.
gotta get a shirt that says
Win the
that, man.
I
argument.
learned
That's
from
it.
y'all, man. We're in the argument.
Win it.
I'm learning from y'all niggas,
I
man.
don't. Now I'll say this about Steph. I don't know if Steph is just there yet, so where he has to retire. I think Jimmy Butler showed me that he got a little bit more left in the tank. Before he got Jimmy Butler, my answer would have been yes. My answer would have been yes, just because I feel like once y'all, not only are they hindering their teams, they also hindering like the conversation in the NBA, bro. Like I'm tired of hearing about LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry when we got guys like Palu, SGA, Wemby. So I like that's a separate conversation though. But for me, man, it's the Steph Curry. Depending, I feel like if you put, he showed
You
me
was
that if you
dancing,
get
my
him the
boy.
right person. No, what I think if you get Steph the right person, he can still be valuable.
But then
I think
viewership go down when
I
both
think
of
they can
those guys
still
were
compete
eliminated.
for a championship.
Yeah, yes. Yes,
Say
Red.
it again.
Like you said, you want new superstars, but we don't even give a fuck about the NBA when them two dudes ain't playing. Viewership went down when they both got eliminated.
I just told you I'm an SGA fan.
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no.
even know. Oh,
I'm
you say in
saying you.
general?
You talking about the
Yeah,
people?
because you were saying the
Shut
NBA need
up,
new faces
EJ.
and all that, but you got Kobe, you got LeBron and Steph when they was out the finals.
But
I mean, the playoffs,
Red,
they
you
were
know
taking them
how
out.
Mama Bird like push the baby bird out of the nest and make him fucking fly. Like
What
I
are
don't
you
know if you're ready
talking
yet,
about?
that boy, but you got to get the fuck out of here.
But you
Get the
said,
fuck out of the nest so we can find out. I don't know.
but listen,
What I do know is with your ass sitting right here, you'll never fly.
but that's my
Get your
point
ass
though,
out the
cuz
fucking nest.
once they got put out, we stopped watching that shit. And even though SGA put on a hell of a performance, and we seen one of the best basketball finals in a minute just by watching it, we didn't even tune into that shit. It's a new
But we
crowning
gotta
of a
let
new
it happen though,
superstar. We
Red,
didn't.
is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if that fall happens to be for 2 or 3 years, it has to happen. We gotta let other people become dominant. It's not gonna happen overnight,
So
right?
let me ask you this.
Nobody has the hype that
Hey,
LeBron James
Go
has.
ahead, Mitch.
What you say, Red?
I don't. As great as SGA is, I don't think he's that needle mover for that.
Thank you. That's what I was getting to.
It's just I
Like,
don't know if it's because it's
It don't have to be
Canadian.
SGA though. Let me be clear. I'm
It's
not.
like
But go finish, Mitch.
that's
Finish.
like Ja was supposed to be that person because he had the young people, the youth. SJ's too, like we always say, he's too like even keeled.
I didn't
He
even know
don't
that.
have that personality. So I only know
Yeah.
on paper, like he's amazing. He's not even for real. He's great, but I don't think he's gonna take that LeBron, take the
Yeah.
or Steph type thing. So
We
I don't
got
know who it's gonna be. So they want it to be Ant, but you
Yeah.
know, Ant.
we gotta allow somebody to get the hype
But
though. We
so
go ahead, Rick.
no, now my quick question: do you have to be a winner to do it though? Because I feel like the guys that we saying before were winners. So like, if we do go for the Ja Morants or the Ant Mans and the
Yeah.
Lucas and all that, can you be the face of the league if you a loser?
What you think, Zell? Let Zell go. Zell ain't said shit.
I
What you
just
think?
feel like if you
Yo,
but I feel like if
I'm
you
just saying,
won, how can you be a winner? Like you literally just gotta let them grow. You look at all these old players, they won. That's why they won because they've been in the league for 20 years. Of course they won. So we gotta look at all these other players and let them grow. We're not letting these players grow. KD's not gonna win on the Rockets if he's the first option. I'm just gonna say it. It's not.
facts.
They're not gonna win no
Facts.
championship.
Mm.
So
Facts.
your ass
you
up,
gotta,
DJ.
you gotta think about it. All these older players got to take the back seat. They got to take the back seat whether they want to or not. Even the Warriors
Hey
top
Ted,
three
I got
players
you.
are all 30 plus, right?
Okay.
Like, so
I
it's like
think. Oh, go ahead. Mitch said something. Go ahead. Mitch.
Hey, who was the first option on the Warriors when they won
Win.
Was it Steph Curry?
with KD?
Oh, it's KD.
It was KD.
yeah, how
Steph
old
was
was
the
he?
first option.
No,
Steph.
no.
What?
How old was he?
In
How old was he?
2017 to 2018,
No.
Steph was the first option.
Hey,
How
Mitch,
old
I'm
was
gone. I'm
You
gone, Mitch.
smoking.
How
You
old was
smoking.
Kevin
That's
Durant?
crazy. That's
How
crazy.
old was
I'm
Kevin
gone,
Durant?
man. That's crazy,
All right,
man. I'm
Look,
gone.
hold on, look. Now listen.
Kevin
You,
Durant
you,
was young.
but look,
So
you
that's
miss,
that's a different story back
but
then.
you, but
He's
you
old
move,
now.
but you moving the goalpost from what I'm saying though, Zell.
Yeah.
If all of the star players retire right now, the big names that y'all said, the only nigga that y'all can put in that seat that has won would be SGA. Everybody else, and y'all just said he's not what you say, Mitch. What's the word you use? He ain't.
He
He
ain't
just he don't
charismatic enough. He
He
ain't
yeah.
don't. So he not charismatic enough. So if you skip over him, everybody else on that list a loser. And you said
You know what, Red?
everybody.
Oh, go
Hold,
ahead, go
hold
ahead.
on, hold on.
Go ahead,
And you said everybody that came in, they gave him years. LeBron was kind of he was kind of crowned the king from the time he came in. Even when he was losing, he was getting like Dallas Cowboy type of notoriety. Like he was getting put on TV. Even with the Kobe's and all that, he was getting put on TV. Even Kobe himself at 18, 19, they went to the finals. You was already talking about him. Everybody that you talking about was already winning by then. I think the only old one probably was Jordan. He might have been like 24, 25 at the time.
He got his first one.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
Tim. I
like,
think his young too. Tim got his in '99, so that would have been like
so
maybe his second season, maybe his first season.
yeah, so everybody that we said that was superstars, they got that shit early, but they had already won something
But I
for the
say
most
this
part.
too, Red. So we had this conversation. We had this conversation about the final of the dynasty. I think it's gonna be hard for us to crown a superstar in this day and age because we're gonna have a lot of people that only win one championship. And the way we define like these legends, I mean, again, LeBron and Steph, they have multiple. Kobe, Shaq, multiple. Tim Duncan, multiple. Well, we're gonna end up having people who maybe have one or two, and it's different. The league is
So,
gonna be different.
so we got to change the standard for mediocrity.
I
Well,
don't
here's
think
the
it's
thing.
mediocre though. I think the league is getting better. I think
But I
the
think it's what they
teams are
wanted.
better.
I
But
think
I
it's
think
what
that's
they wanted.
but I think that's the main reason why they don't have
What'd
a
you say?
face of the league either. Because it's like the face of the league back in the day, like you look in the 80s, that's the Bird and Magic era. Like they took over the 80s. The 90s, everybody know Jordan had that. 2000s, Kobe, 2010s and up is the three people that's right now.
Right, yeah.
That's their era. So now these 2020 and up, who's gonna be the face? Like you look at from 2020 to 2025, we don't really have an identity from those 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a different team every year. So we looking at Kevin Durant, we're looking at Steph Curry, we're looking at LeBron, all these older players. Only reason why I say they gotta push them out the league, not like push out the league, but it's just like they gotta just take a back seat. They gotta learn that they're getting
You
older.
gotta allow these to grow. Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta let
I,
Luka be the star. Like you know what I'm saying? Let Luka be
I
the
hear
star.
y'all, bro.
Even if he's not gonna do the role, let him be the
Mhm.
star. Like hey, do it. Like don't let me
did that,
score 30 points.
And I'm saying I hear y'all, but I just think
Yeah,
what defines an era is the staple, bro. Like I feel like even if you look at culture, bro, every era that we lived didn't have something. So if you go 70s, they was pimps and players. You go 80s, you got the that era. We ain't gonna say it on the pod. You got
the Reagan
breakdancing. You got
era.
the
You can say it.
yeah. You got
breaking
the
there.
night. You got the 90s. You got R&B. You got the emergence of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. 2000s. We got the swag. We got all the different stuff. Like when you
Soldier
get to
Boy.
the
Say
yeah,
his name.
when you get to the 2010s and
Yeah.
in our eras, like we don't have a staple, bro. We really just a mixed bowl of everything. Like so,
Yeah.
even when you talk about players, they got staples from every
Why do
era.
we? Let me ask y'all this, because as y'all talking, I'm thinking about this. Now. Why do we care so much about a face of the league? Why do we care? Why does it have to be somebody? Why does somebody have to be crowned to be the face of the league? Why we just
But
can't say we watch basketball? You feel me? Like what is?
it's
What you say?
yeah. What Mitch said is money. You need some
What Michigan
you,
did?
the money. You
Money.
need somebody that's gonna bring in the people. Same reason we got a face for everything. We got a face
It's
of a
always
country.
money.
You need a face. You need somebody to
I like
At the
that.
end of the
market.
day,
Yeah,
it's entertainment. It's
yeah.
sports,
Great.
but at the end of the day, it's entertainment. So you got to entertain the fans. You got to like.
Yeah.
I say this. So my cousin, he told me the Indiana Pacers Oklahoma City finals was one of the worst finals ever. Like us, we love that.
Watching it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, viewership.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly. So him, I called him a casual and all this and that. I just felt like people like him who don't really care for the mid-range shots, the
Yep.
layups, and this and that, they trying to find somebody.
Mhm.
Basically they want Anthony Edwards to be a
You want
different person
yeah.
in the playoffs.
You want somebody to
Like,
gravitate to.
Yeah, and
yeah,
you need
that's what they want.
and like he said, the non-traditional fans.
Yeah.
We don't spend the bread like that. You need some new eyes that's gonna come jump on the bandwagon. Just like every time
Mhm.
somebody get traded, you got a bunch of bandwagon fans that go buy jerseys because it's a polarizing figure. They don't
Yeah.
even know why they like this person. They just going it just because.
Right, because it's LeBron. You're right. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at that. I think that's a valid point. That's the why we care, because like guys like Steph Curry, you watch it and it's like my grandmama will watch it just because she's heard Steph Curry. The term that comes to mind is household names,
Hey,
right?
but
Yeah,
even
household name. Yeah.
back in the day, like just think about movies, like movies, TV shows, like athletes, NBA play, they was in there. Like today, we don't really see that. Like they just,
Yeah, that's true.
you know
Last
what I'm
one
saying?
was
Like
Ant
we don't
Man.
have that. So it's just like a lot
Yeah,
of
they
people
just get
outside
money.
of the sport,
Yeah,
they don't know who they are besides Steph, KD, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? That's all
that's
they
a
know.
fact. That's a fact. Hey, was it any other teams y'all wanted to talk to before we get into who we thinking gonna go somewhere?
Them
Hey,
Hawks.
Somewhere else?
Them Hawks.
I think your Hawks. I should say your Hawks.
Y'all want to get it on
Yeah.
the Hawks? I got
Yeah.
a lot of shit I
Yeah.
wrote down for the Hawks, and they just as I write, it pisses me off. It pisses me off
In a
every
negative way?
time.
Now y'all
Yeah,
straight, bro.
I want you. You don't. I don't want to go first. Somebody
No, I want
else.
you to,
Go.
I feel like you
You want
saying
me
it
to
in
go
a
first?
negative way. Yeah,
I
yeah.
want you. I want you to go first. Yeah, I want to hear what you guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's start here. Okay,
I already know what you're gonna say.
we
too.
picked up Nikola Alexander Walker and Luke Kennard. Okay, 6'4", 6'5", and 6'6". Let's say 6'4" to 6'6". That's the height, right? Okay. We just drafted Ricochet, who's our second overall pick, and we got Dyson Daniels, who's our all NBA defender, and Jalen Johnson is going to come back at 6'8".
Don't
Okay.
forget about who y'all got this year in the draft.
Who we got this year in the draft? Derek Queen. No, we traded.
one from
Who we get this year, Zay?
Not the one from the big man from Georgia. He played at Mount Verdi. He played at Mount Verdi with them with Derek.
I'm gonna look at his name because just
I
so we
can't
can
think
get
his
there.
name. I know you're talking
I
about.
wasn't gonna get. We can talk about him, Zell, but I was getting my point is saying is that we got 4 to 6 dudes that all do the same shit. This is the same thing I was telling y'all about the Utah Jazz when they had Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, Ace, Isaiah. All these got Keontae George. Y'all got all these players and they all do the same shit. Who's getting traded? Because I don't. Do you trade your second overall pick and Ricochet? No, he just had a really good season. Jalen Johnson, before he got hurt, was our second best player. so he's getting minutes. Nikolai Alexander, I mean, is a really good player. I would think he would want to play. And then on top of it, go ahead. And Dyson Daniels' defense was amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know what the direction is because also, and then on top of that, I ain't gonna say I genuinely hate Porzingis, but that Porzingis picks has made my balls itch so much that I don't know what the goal is of the team. So for me, it's like we got a bunch of players that all do the same shit and gonna have to split minutes. We need a star. In my opinion, the Trae Young needs another star. I want to see a big name. Zion with put all them niggas in a bag in a basket and go get Zion Williamson. Put all 5 of them niggas I just said. Go get Zion. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Just go.
What about Bradley Beal? What about Bradley Beal?
No.
I'm asking you thought about that. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, I need a top 10 or 15 player. I don't know who it is, but it ain't.
I feel like you're gonna hate my take.
Nikolai Alexander. Go ahead, man.
I feel like you're gonna hate my take. But
go ahead.
Because I do agree, small guards, it's gonna be hard for him to win a championship. But do these Atlanta Hawks, is it not similar to Indiana Pacers?
I was thinking that too.
If Porzingis stays healthy, which is a big if.
With a healthy Porzingis, yes, I agree.
I feel like it can work. I have them like they're top 5 in the East right now for me.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I gotta make the playoffs too. I gotta make the playoffs.
But Porzingis is probably gonna.
I'm not mad at that because Luka Doncic can shoot that motherfucker. Luka
Doncic
can
shoot.
Really good.
Dyson Daniels, he's below
like
average, but everybody else is like league average 3-point shooters. And even Big O, he's not a great. He's starting to shoot threes now. He's starting to shoot threes. So like, he's a lob threat. You know, they don't have the household name, but you got to think the Pacers. Even though who's number 1, who number 2, like.
You're not wrong.
I feel like they beat the Pacers.
You know what it is. I think
difference is the cities, though.
I ain't hear you, Mitch. What you say? Say it again, Mitch. I mean, not Mitch. Say it again, Zell. My fault.
Zell.
No, I'm saying like the only difference is like he's saying like it's a city. So it's like that team Indiana. They was in Indiana. They was cool, but Atlanta. I feel like when you in Atlanta, man, that's too many distractions, man.
That Magic City go crazy.
I'm just saying, like, you look at all the Atlanta teams, like when they have good teams, it's like literally 1 year. Like when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl, they just had that one good year. They just trashed the other years.
That's what we've been doing. But hold on, hold on. Two things. First, Asa Noel was the guy from Georgia that we picked up, the center, 23rd pick. Okay. But Lorraine in the comments, he said that was their problem the last 2 years. The Hawks had too many perimeter players that did the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
But the Pacers just did that.
You think we're trying to copy the Pacers style?
You know it's a copycat. You know it's a copycat league, bro. It's a copycat league, bro.
And then on top of that, a lot of people compare Trae Young and Halliburton.
Can Jalen Johnson make that step to be Pascal?
I think so.
He's averaging 18 right now.
I'm not mad at it.
It's a big chance, but you know
he got to get a little better at his ISO scoring. I think he's more of like a fast break type of play, but he got to get a little bit better at his like half court game. But Jalen Johnson has got a lot of promise. I really liked it.
I seen somewhere that y'all got a lot of them young boys though, because y'all trying to move up in the draft next year. Try to get
AJ.
Him. Yeah.
I've been seeing that. AJ. What you mean? So we trying to sell, like trying to tank, rather?
Not tank, but just keep the players enough where you can probably trade and get some picks.
Yeah, we definitely can trade. Yeah,
we definitely go get. They got something brewing, but
really,
I don't know how it works, but yeah.
I want to see who we go get because the name that I had. Hold on, my bad. Y'all was talking about teams. Y'all got other teams for the free agency, but for me, the Hawks. Don't get me wrong. I think the Hawks. I mean, definitely got better. Let me be clear on something. Definitely got better. But I was just. I had my mindset on Giannis. I'm gonna be real. I had my mindset on thinking that we was gonna trade and try to get Giannis. That was kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, did y'all have any other teams?
Do y'all think he's gonna ever get out of Milwaukee? I think you would
not
be
at
crazy.
This point.
I think you would be crazy to let Giannis go and like not get nothing back. Like,
yeah, not at this point. It would have to be somebody come like it would have to be like a crazy amount of picks or a superstar player.
Not like even trade, but it gotta be like at least a one All-Star involved.
It got to be something crazy. Like you got to put something crazy in the package, man. There's not a lot of guys that I would trade for Giannis.
The only way the Bucks could do that, they would have to get the alien, but it's some picks.
Something like that. And Giannis would have to just be completely mad about the shit and just want to force his way out of the system or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have to be something dramatic.
I just don't see him doing it though. Like I feel like he too competitive to just be like, fuck it, I ain't gonna play. Y'all gotta pay me.
Remember, you're right, because he told them he didn't want to play. He don't like playing summer ball with other players. Like he don't go and train with. So the fact that Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper even trained with him was like, oh damn, yeah, like he really fucked with y'all. He fucked.
Hey, but EJ, speaking on that, let's talk about Jaren Jackson. He got that contract and got hurt.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
That's the story of the NBA. That's the type of shit. That's the type of shit right there to me that everybody who don't watch the NBA is gonna see. That's the type of shit you will see and be like, he got all this money, broke his goddamn toe. His toe, that's the first thing. Oh, like my daddy. His toe, for real. His toe. Kobe played with a torn Achilles. You feel me? I don't want to hear that shit. You know? That's exactly what they gonna say.
What's wrong with Darius Garland toe? Because I heard he out for like damn the season too.
It was like the same thing.
He ain't out for the season, but he had surgery too.
I said damn near. I don't know the season.
It's 4 to 6 months, I think they said.
So yeah, it's like playoffs. Yeah, they're like the playoffs.
Repair. He had repair on the left big toe. It just said they described it as sprained. He had a sprained toe, but
he had surgery on it.
He had surgery. He's supposed to be out 4 to 5 months.
Yeah,
he had surgery on June 9th. So yeah, he's gonna be out.
Yeah.
Say it again, Zil.
They're like Christmas then? What's that?
Like January,
Christmas. That'll be Christmas.
Like
Yeah. You probably give him another month. They don't never let him play soon as it's over. Then maybe
probably around All-Star then, most likely. They probably
like that.
Time.
That's why they picked up Lonzo Ball. I seen a lot of people trying to say Lonzo Ball has made that Cavs team a championship contender again.
How much better is he from Ty Jerome?
He made him better.
I was surprised they let Ty Jerome go. Speaking of, I was surprised. I thought they was gonna pay him. I thought, they just wasn't.
I think he made him better. I think he made him better though. Yeah, because like he played defense, so he can play defense. He can be a good backup guard. He gonna his plus minus gonna be good. And
I like him for that reason though, Red. I like them. I like them as a backup point guard. I don't like him as a starter. I like him because he gonna start while Darius Garland hurt though. I mean, while DG out, he's starting.
Wally out.
Yeah, I like them for that reason, man. Here's another name that I had for y'all, man. I was thinking that I was like, man, there's still one big fish out there that they ain't talking about in the trade talks, and that big fish to me was Jaylen Brown. They still was talking about trading Jaylen Brown. I want to propose something to y'all. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping or not. Mm-hmm. If you are the Celtics, right? You just lost Porzingis, Al Horford, and Luke Cornett to the Spurs. I like the Spurs too, by the way. I want to touch on the Spurs, but I kind of want to talk about them. But Jaylen Brown, would you trade him for Anthony Davis if you the Mavericks?
Yeah,
you want to go get him? You want to go get him?
Hold on.
Which team is saying no? Which team is saying no?
I'm the Celtics. I'm saying no. He's too injury prone for me to take him. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say just because of the injuries, not necessarily for a fit.
I feel like it's no on both ends though. Honestly, like Jaylen Brown going to the Mavericks with Cooper and
KD and eventually Kyrie. It don't really move the needle for you.
You got D'Angelo Russell. You got I don't think that makes sense, honestly.
I think they really just put him on the trade deadline just to light a fire up on his because you really can't let him go with Jason Tatum being hurt because he's gonna be out all year.
Too.
That's a fact. I think they just want to light this fire up on his ass, let him come back and just prove so.
Yeah,
that's all I think they're doing.
I think Jaylen Brown probably walked in the office and said, "Hey man, let me just take over this year. We ain't about to win no game. Let me show the people I can."
He's about to put him up.
Hey,
like, you know what I'm about to put him up.
We got nothing to lose.
They still make the play.
Game. Like this is like let me just ball out this 1 year. Y'all can trade me after this. Y'all can do whatever, but let me just stay this 1 year or until All-Star break, whatever. But I feel like that's what he's gonna do. Start chucking shots.
They still make the playoffs. They still make the playoffs.
The Celtics.
Well, with the team. I said I can see him making the playoffs.
Not with this team. They ain't got nobody. They trying to trade Anthony Simons as well. So if it's just Derek White and fucking Jaylen Brown, That's what they were saying. They were saying they was trying to use him to trade for somebody bigger. He hasn't got traded yet, but that's the conversation.
Well, if the direction is to dump the money, then yeah, they're not gonna make the playoffs.
But I think
they trade Anthony Simons for. I don't even know who you go get.
But the only way you can get rid of Anthony Simons, you got to trade him in a combo deal with Jaylen Brown in order to get somebody bigger. That's the only way I can see it working. Or Derek White, you're gonna have to give 2 people up to get somebody bigger. Like
you got to trade Derek White.
Yeah, that's. And I doubt them trading Derek White. So.
How y'all listen? Last one I got. How y'all feel about the Spurs? Do y'all think the Spurs should trade De'Aaron Fox?
Nah, you let him stay and teach him a little bit, at least for a year, keep him for like a year.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade him.
You wouldn't trade him, man. Let me tell you why. I said they should trade him. I think they should trade him because the way the West just got with OKC, the Nuggets, and the Rockets. Hey man, we not finna win. Let's be honest. We ain't coming out the West. Not no time soon. Unless Wemby has some type of stellar jump in his game and he's get up to 27, can carry that team. My thought is we just drafted Dylan Harper. We got Stephen Castle, who's a rookie of the year, and we got Wemby. Let's grow and do that. Let's do the organic shit that the Pacers and the Pistons and all these other teams are doing. Let's go ahead and grow and learn. Because if De'Aaron Fox is on the team, somebody's not playing in clutch games. Somebody's not getting that because y'all got a lot of people. They got a lot of mother people on that team, bro. Devin Vassell still got Sochan. They got a lot of people. So, and I think they still got Keldon Johnson. So for me, I would say, go ahead, Rick.
Not today. Who they shooting going?
It was Stephen Castle. They was running Chris Paul Castle. They was running Chris Paul Castle, Harrison Barnes, Sochan, and Wemby. That was their 5.
When they got
I think they got a squad though.
And they got Harrison Barnes. That's what I'm saying. They got a lot of. They
just signed Cornette though from the Celtics.
And they just signed Cornette as a backup.
That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup.
I thought it was. Facts.
How many games they won last year before they said Wemby down?
Before they said Wemby down, they was number 10. I was gonna say something high. They was number. I know they was a 10th seed.
So think about what I'm saying. If they was a 10th seed and Wemby didn't play the full season, and then you got what you just got in your roster, I wouldn't trade nobody. Let it stay as is. Like I said, the least you could do is let him rock out this year, and bro can learn from him. Because like right now, you really don't want to put a team on a young point guard back. Like he need at least a year to where he can feel that shit out. And who the better to do it from than Fox? Like. De'Aaron Fox been a pretty good point guard like the last couple of years. So I think it'll work out.
Yeah. He hit 24, 25 a game. What are you about to say,
so it's clear from top to bottom on the roster that the Thunder is better than the Spurs.
Is it clear?
Clear.
Yes.
Clear.
To me, yes. Absolutely.
Clear?
Crystal clear. Crystal clear.
The
Thunder?
Only reason I can't ride with you, Mitch, because they just won a championship.
That was a team that just won a championship?
I want to ride with you, but it's just because they just won a championship. I can't ride with you.
I'm just saying, bro.
I agree with Mitch on that because it's like I feel like with the potential, if Wemby is healthy, if De'Aaron Fox can be that player, like
I'm not mad at potential.
I get it.
Now,
I get it.
You said they got a same potential. That's one thing. Are they better? Different.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna say like a definite answer, no, they're not better, but they have the potential to be better.
They absolutely, and that's why I agree. I actually
that's
think
why
they
I feel like
do
it's not
have
a
the
clear
potential.
cut. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, unanimous. They're not better like that. I feel like it's kind of it could be even. But
I say this too. I think the gap between Wemby and Chet is a lot larger than the NBA wants to admit it is. I know they keep trying to make it seem like there's some competition or some, I think Wemby is. I think Wemby is well.
SGA is great. He's
Jalen Williams
better than De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox
is good.
But who better?
He ain't close, Mitch. No, Mitch, we're not doing that.
But who better than Jalen Williams though, Mitch?
Not De'Aaron Fox.
Well, no, that wouldn't be the two. That wouldn't be the two.
That's what I'm asking you.
No, I'm saying their first two players are better than. Well, no, they're not.
That's not true.
Wemby better than Jalen Williams.
That's what I'm saying.
They
got role players.
Wemby gonna be a big top player next year.
You taking J-Dub over Wemby?
No. Listen, I'm not. This is what I'm asking y'all. So I got what you. So you said if you saying Fox and you saying
defensive team.
If you saying Fox and you saying SGA X's out Fox, right?
Yeah,
X out Fox.
Okay, so then we got Wemby. Wemby X's out Chet.
No. I'm not putting him on Chet. I'm say Wemby and then J-Dub.
No, I'm just going like this because they probably the same thing. We're gonna X that one out. The factor gonna be J Dub. They don't have a J Dub for the Spurs.
But
They got one that they could have had. Devin Vassell could be.
But they have pieces that could take that role.
Dylan Harper
I see
could be.
I see what you're saying though.
That's
But
why
I'm
I
just
said
saying,
potential wise, I can see the potential. But as far as actually being better, that's why I said potential wise, the Spurs got great potential. Yeah, they really could be good. They really could be good. I hope if Wemby comes back, to me, Wemby is going. I say this every time we talk about Wemby. Wemby's going to be the most. His accolades are going to be so obscure that like we're not going to really be able to value him how we should, because he should have had 2 DPOYs and 2 All NBA defensive teams in his first 2 years. He should have had 2, and he might have had first team All NBA in one of those. You know what I'm saying? Well, not the first year, maybe could have been the second year. So. But yeah, man, Wemby's career, bro. We got to make sure we keep track of all that because he's really one of them. He's the guy. When y'all talking about being the face of the league, he's the guy that could be the face of the league.
Speaking of that, can an international player be a face of the league?
I was gonna say no. That's what I was gonna say next. I was gonna say
we got to, man. We got to.
You know what? Listen, y'all know what? We do got. We got to. What's crazy is this is what the NBA wants though. Like when David Stern was commissioner, he wanted to take the game global. And now that it's global, I think they're doing their best to make the international stars, more polarized. And to be honest, the international stars are really carrying the lead as far as what they doing.
Ain't Tim Duncan from the Virgin Islands? He international. He was the face of the league.
U.S.
Yeah, but he
Virgin Islands, man.
Cat.
U.S.
face of the league.
Stop it. Yeah,
Tim Duncan's the face of the league, man.
Stop
he was never the face of the league. But see the difference in now and then though. The difference in now and then is. We had real life Avengers in America then, like niggas that can take that step up. Now we don't really have no clear cut Avengers that's gonna like actually edge one of these guys out. And like I just said, out of the young guys, the first one to get a championship is the Canadian. So
yeah, maybe we need to start Ruth Anthony.
Well, no. We forgot about Jason Tatum. We forgot about Jason Tatum.
I didn't know if you wasn't counting him as the young guy.
We always forget about Jason Tatum.
Forgot about Jason Tatum. Yeah, that's
the problem. That's the problem. If we being honest, that's the problem.
There we go. Zil. There you go.
That's the face of the league for America. If we're being honest, he's the one. He's the one that should be anyway.
Because he light skin. That's why I think that's why.
Hey,
that was the face of the league. Was Steph face or not?
He was one of them in the face.
And all 3 of y'all light skin. What y'all talking about?
I love the light skin. You know what I'm saying? I'm always, but I'm just saying like how the world views and stuff.
How the world works. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. All right, man. Hey, man, this is good pie, bro. This is good pie, man. Yeah, man. But anyway, man.
Hey, what do y'all think? What do y'all think about? It's gonna sound crazy, but since he has two things actually. First, Brad Bill's fit on the Warriors.
I ain't mad at it.
I think the Warriors could use anybody. I think you could put damn near anybody. You could have put Austin Reeves right there, and I would have said yeah. I'm gonna say yes.
T made a good point about Bradley Beal. I was watching him earlier. He said, "We forget that Bradley Beal's a good cutter. Like he scores a lot of points off cuts and screens, so it actually might fit."
Yeah, I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about Brad Beal going out there. He makes sense.
Second question is the no trade clause. Is that shit gonna be gone?
Yeah, he fucked it up for everybody. He fucked it up for everybody. Yeah, he fucked it up for everybody. He fucked it up for everybody.
Y'all talking about the owners taking the league back? That's the first thing on the
list. When he said somebody abused something, he abused that to the death, man. Because man,
hey, y'all know who had a no trade clause though that I wouldn't have thought had one? The Julius Ilgauskas. That's the only reason AI didn't go to Detroit faster.
Really?
He didn't want to get rid of.
Julius Ilgauskas had one.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Exactly.
So y'all don't think after what happened to Luka, he'd be like, "Hey, my next contract, this shit ain't gonna happen again. You ain't about to trade."
He can do that, but I don't think owner's gonna be dumb enough to get nobody that power no more.
Nah.
Yeah. I think you got to be of a certain cloth. I don't know why Brad Beal got it in the first place. That was on them. They tricked themselves. But if you a top 5 guy in the league, like a Giannis or a Joker, like I can see them getting it. But
Washington had to give him that though. He was the heart of the city, man. Washington, him, he had to give him that.
I wouldn't give it to a guy like Donovan Mitchell, right? I wouldn't give it to him. That's probably the only person.
I think. Hey, hold on. Hey, no, for real. I think it's just wherever you play at, bro. Even because you said Donovan Mitchell. in Cleveland, I think he can get that because nobody want to come to Cleveland. So with him being a superstar in Cleveland, I think he can. I think he can force it and get there. Like it depends on where you at. I think certain people can get it.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
All right, man.
it just
Hey,
hurts
Wizard.
when he traded though. Like basically,
Yeah.
he got it in Washington, and then he got traded to Phoenix. And
Yeah.
then Phoenix didn't agree up to it, but you know what I'm saying. But it's like it's
Phoenix
on the
like,
line.
nah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't
So
think that's good.
And shout out to Donovan Mitchell for his off the court activities. We love Coco
He
Jones.
always shouting out
Yeah.
Coco Jones.
hey,
Hey,
Now
shout
we
man.
out
get down.
to Coco.
How we
Yeah.
get
Like,
down? Let
hey,
know.
like, subscribe, man. Y'all hit the comment section for us, bro. We posted on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. I gotta shout out to Instagram. We on Apple Podcasts,
We got
bro.
Twitch
Y'all
over here
follow
too.
us. What we got, Zell?
I think I seen a. Well, I see a purple
Oh, we on
comment.
Twitch.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
yes,
Yeah. We on everything, man. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, follow us, bro. We tune in on Sundays. Sundays 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, man. And we do it all over again, bro. So I appreciate y'all boys, man.
Yes, sir. E-Lab.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
All right, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.